Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. My gratitude to Sri Ram Madhavji and the India Foundation for inviting me here to this wonderful conference and to be part of this wonderful summit with my colleagues here. I can't think of a greater honor. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues have already shared many of the sentiments that I wanted to echo today, so I will straight away dive in to a small little personal journey of my own. And I think in many ways that echoes the challenges we face in this ASEAN-India partnership going forward. Sri Ram Madhavji has already mentioned that I come from a erstwhile royal family, a former princely state of India down south in Mysore. It has a 600-year-old documented history and a 400-year-old history of conducting the Dasra festivities, which will start very much within the next 25 odd days. While coming into this royal household at 2015, I was only 23 years old. And at the time, I was surrounded by, as even in my political journey, many elders. You're thrust right into a leadership position while being extremely young. So you are asked to pull from the front when you are obviously needing to be pushing from behind. And this was the challenge I think we all face as youth in our parliament today. The issue isn't about representation, the issue isn't about how much youth we have as a dividend in our collective countries here, but rather how we take that completely and utilize it, leverage it towards building what is a better tomorrow. As you all know, we both share a very ancient history. The Ramayana, that is generally the text of it happened across pan India, is now a spiritual journey that all of us take part in every day when we recite the Ramkatha. Buddhism, the entirety of its spiritual innovation and the spiritual journey of Buddha, which we all adhere to, is extended far more perhaps in the ASEAN countries than India itself currently. These aspects are what we want to leverage going forward. Our maritime exchanges have shaped our art, architecture, and traditions that have endured even today. And this deep civilizational link is what gives us the natural foundation for a modern collaboration. My colleagues have already mentioned about our Prime Minister's Act East policy, and this policy builds on this ancient tradition. I'm sure all of you have already heard our Prime Minister many times mention Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, but he also adds the Sabka Virasat, which is our joint heritage in building this complete economic development of India. And this aspect should be extended across ASEAN countries in our partnership with India, because that is our collective advantage when we stand amongst the world. We are a very young population. We represent the largest youth bloc in the world, but at the same time, we represent what is the oldest, perhaps, ancient legacy that this world has to offer. We seek in this Act East policy not only trade and strategic cooperation, but also partnership in education, culture, tourism, and youth mobility. Scholarships, student exchanges, cultural festivals, and youth summits like this one are part of ensuring that our young people inherit a region of trust, opportunity, and shared prosperity. With both ASEAN and India enjoying the advantage of youthful populations, the responsibility before us is clear: to challenge this energy into innovation, entrepreneurship, digital connectivity, and sustainable development. By connecting our youth, we are not only preparing for the future, we are shaping a common destiny for all our regions. With these words, I leave the floor open for our communication and the continued collaboration that we will have going forward. I look forward to the many interactions that we'll have. Once again, my many thanks for the wonderful hospitality and having us all here. Thank you so much.